Maggie. Morning, Maggie. Morning. Y'all, good morning. Welcome back to another fishing video. If this is your first time here, welcome. I appreciate you for tuning in. My name's Steven with Bama Saltwater. Bless you. Look at this beautiful Alabama winter morning on the bay. We're about to head offshore and try to get some meat in the cooler. Let the dogs out, let them do their thing, and then we'll see on the water. Yo, so we just came out to 102 feet deep, sitting over a man-made artificial pyramid reef. There's hundreds of them out here, and this one's actually marking pretty dang good. So see those big marks there? And then the structure's right there covered in bait fish. But I put my trolling motor down. So I've got a few of these bobos that I caught the other day, and then some pogies that I've been letting thaw out that I cast netted in Mobile Bay. And we're gonna do some chumming. I could use these for strip bait too, but try to chum, do a rough fillet job on them. They're still frozen. Just a very rough fillet. Doesn't have to be perfect, because we're going to take these little cubes. See that? Bonita fillet. Now you can make strips out of them, and they make great bait as well. But I want to see if I can chum up some of these, if there are any larger fish on this section of this reef. So I'm just cutting it into little cubes for the most part, and we're going to get a nice chunk line going, or chum slick. And it's a great way to try to bring the fish to you from the bottom. And a lot of the bigger ones aren't afraid to come right below the boat and even on top water. That's all I'm going to do. My chunking is working. I'm seeing some fish come up. Saw some red snapper, maybe some almacos. That one's a decent sized snapper. All I have here is a 5/0 owner circle hook with a small piece. You want it to look just like the chunks that you're throwing out. If you're throwing out small chunks and then you put a giant bait on, it's not going to look natural. So now that I can see them coming up pretty consistent, I'm going to take a handful, toss it out, and then put mine right practically in the middle of that. And then give it slack so it falls at the same rate. And then get ready to hold on. Here comes a snapper. There it is. Okay, and we got one. That was pretty easy. Get up here. There's one for our limit. Whew. Look, that's simple, man. Literally no weight, only a hook. And bonita that I caught myself, but hooked up bait and tackle also carries it. You can buy it frozen. Got us one out of 2 of our limit of red snapper. Just like that, super easy. See that hook in them? No weight at all. I'm gonna dispatch this fish, get on ice, and try to get another one while the chum and the chunk's working. So for humane purposes, if you want to skip this, you can, but to put it out of its misery, top, just below, just above and to the right of the eyeball, it's our brain. And now that fish is going to have residual nerve movement, but its brain is spiked, so it's dead. It's not feeling any pain. And now we'll take a knife, and it's going to be moving around. That's just nerve movement. It's not feeling the pain. But we'll take a knife, slice those gills on each side. And that fish is going to be buried in ice slush in our cooler, bleeding out. It's spiked, pain-free, bleeding out. It'll be nice and fresh. If you want to go a step further, like the full Ikejima process, you can run a needle or wire up its spine, but I'm not. We'll fill this cooler up with salt water, and that will be a good slush for it. Let's try to get another fish though. Get another little handful. You don't want to feed them to the point where they're full. You just are trying to bring them closer to you. Take our 5/0 Mewtwo circle hook. Like that. Man, there's red snapper all behind the boat right now. See if we can get a limit. Come on, you. Did it eat it? That one ate it. There you are. That's a keeper. Okay, 2 casts and a limit of snapper. Just like that. I mean, that is so easy. You don't have to go all crazy with stuff to catch these things. And at the time of making this video, they are still in season. I don't know when I'm posting this video, so they might be out of season at that time. But that's our keeper limit of red snapper. You only allow 2 a person. But I'm gonna do the same thing I did to the first fish, so it remains nice and fresh. Now that I got a limit of snapper, I'm gonna play around with my squid jig a little bit. Drop the squid tricks down. See what wants to mess with it. Oh, big AJ's falling it up. Snapper. I had a whole pogie on this setup. Just free line behind the boat while I was jigging, and it just got ate by something. Oh man, big old red snapper. This one's got to go back though, because I already got a limit. Okay, buddy. That's a nice one. Look, you'll get your bigger fish. There he goes. He gone. Up in the top of the water column. Oh man, that was a swell. Otherwise, there's no wind. The Gulf is just swelling. Launch right here in my hometown, Orange Beach, Alabama. The northern Gulf of Mexico. Absolutely beautiful today, especially for winter time. I'm in shorts and t-shirt, feeling nice. Yo everyone, we just got to our spot. We're sitting in 87 feet deep. See that? 86.4, 87. And there's a lot of marks on there. Semi-light tackle bottom fishing. But before I show you what we're using, that's actually pretty cool. There's a Portuguese man-o-war. That's a little bitty one. Those are, they're not jellyfish, but they look like them. But they have a sail on top and they look like floating bubbles or floating plastic bags, and they got very long antennas and they will strap you. And there's a whole bunch of them out here. But I thought that was pretty neat. But I got a very simple bottom rig. This is a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, 2/0 circle hooks, put pieces of chopped squid on there. See, 2 on a dropper loop. A little 2-ounce bank sinker on the bottom. Now you can get these pre-tied on my website. I am throwing this on a Pin Slammer 4, 4500, 30-pound Nomad braid and a Nomad inshore spin rod. This is our 7'6" model, 20 to 30-pound line class. I'm gonna drop it all the way to the bottom. There's really not that much current. It's just surface wind out this way and some chop. If you have a lot of current, to mitigate it, obviously add more weight. But we're looking for beeliners, mangrove snapper, triggerfish, lane snapper, all those smaller species that are very good to eat. And this is just an old bridge from hurricane damage, and we're already getting a bite as soon as it got down there. But there's tons of rubble out here from the hurricanes. And, oh, there's one. Oh, God. That might be a triggerfish. That was our first drop down. Dadgum. That's awesome. Look at that, man. But like I was saying, they bring out all that concrete rubble and make artificial reefs. And they can be very, very productive. Just like that, our first drop. See if it's a keeper. Oh, it looks like a triggerfish, y'all. Man, it is a triggerfish. Sweet. Triggerfish have to be 15 inches fork length. They're currently, at the time of making this video, they are in season. This video may be posted a little bit later, so check your local regs. But that is a gray triggerfish. Check that out. They got some crazy teeth on them. They're very good to eat. They just have a tough skin. Let's measure this, because like I said, they have to be 15 inches fork length. And that means from the tip of their mouth to the middle of their tail. And y'all, that one doesn't make it. It's got to go back. So there we go. Them things swim down so fast. But I'm going to bait back up again. Just very simple, small pieces of squid. And you saw how quick you can catch a fish. So obviously I put some more bait on there. Got a squid tentacle down there and a small squid chunk here. We'll get it back down. Hopefully we can weed through some of them triggerfish and actually get some of your smaller snappers aside from a red snapper. Them triggerfish are thick in schools down there, and they're ferocious. Oh, I think that's another one. They do dig down and pull pretty hard. For their size, they're very wide-bodied fish. That's why I like using this. It's a lightweight rod, but a 20 to 30 pound model, it works pretty well for this scenario. There's another triggerfish. That's a pretty one. He ain't gonna make it though, because he's the same size as the last one. But gorgeous fish, look at the colors on them. See if you can see their teeth. You don't want to get bit by them. Trust me, it would hurt. Okay, that one's hook free and gets to go back again. Go get bigger, man. I'm hoping we can find something other than those triggerfish. 1.8. Oh, there's a fish right there. It is every drop though, so you can't complain that it's not fun. Coming up. Maybe one of these will be a keeper. Okay, here it is. Oh, that one might measure. I hope that one measures, but I don't know if it will or not. We'll see. It might just be at the 14-inch mark. Too small, gotta go back. Gotta go, man. Can't get through these things. I might have caught a keeper just now. I wasn't even paying attention really. I was looking at this dolphin over there. They're going insane. But there's finally my keeper. I know I didn't say much to the camera and I was looking away. Look at that mouth on it. Dangerous teeth. But there's dolphin that were jumping like crazy back there, like they were putting on a show. I guess I was wrong. That's a 14-inch to the fork fish. Just got to go back. That's annoying. All right, let's keep fishing. Try to get away from those trigger fish. I've already seen some Almaco jacks down there, and some amberjacks. There's a good one. Digging down pretty good. Might be one of the fish that we actually want to keep. like a beeliner or a mangrove or a lane snapper. There it is, got some weight to it now. Looks like it's a red snapper. All right, can't keep those right now. Oh, and there's a shark down there too. That's not good. But that would be a keeper red. He's got to go back and hopefully make it past that shark. It wasn't a very big shark. We are back. What is up, Mackie? We started with you and now we're ending the video with you out. All right, you can go down. He's gonna come and help me. I was getting a little dizzy. So when I caught that last snapper, so I decided to come back in. I could not weed through the trigger fish. They were terrible. And not being able to catch a single one either. That was a keeper. But y'all, I hope everyone had a great Christmas, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Me and Mackie are gonna go pick up some trash and throw that in the trash. But it's a nice dreary day, and I know New Year's is right around the corner. So like I said, we've been doing some great fishing. Wintertime fishing is amazing right now here in South Alabama. If you know where to go and find those fish, it can be really productive. And I hope you enjoyed these videos. Look forward to you with more videos and action in 2025. Smash that subscribe button, drop a good thumbs up, leave a comment down below, share these videos, and we'll see you on the next one. I want to thank the good Lord up above for everything he does for us. We'll see you later. Mackie, you ready to go in, buddy? Are you ready to go in? Give me that. All right, we're going.